Okay, I'm back here. Yesterday I made a video praying for Chris Chan, quote unquote. You could see it. You could see this as a prayer, or you could see it as an affirmation. I really don't care what you see it as because, you know, I don't know how many times people that that understand science and things of such nature have said that you know, they'll say something along the lines of supernatural phenomenon uh, could possibly just be science that we don't understand yet, or something along that lines, of how that might operate, and as if that's different, than what I've been saying, and it's not a bit fucking different. The only difference is that most people believe that traditional science will one day explain things, and I think that science is just going to flip itself. What we consider the foundation of science nowadays is going to change. We're going to understand that even though there are certain natural laws and certain ways that certain things operate, that ultimately there is a I could say, and people are gonna fucking misunderstand me because they got a false definition of everything. That consciousness, quote unquote, if I'm going to use that terminology, is basically the basis of things. And of course, by consciousness, I mean some field of energy that is responsible for our consciousness, that's responsible for all this stuff. I don't know how to explain that to a way that is understood by quote unquote skeptics. And there is no religious people and there is no goddamn skeptics. There's just the science and people that haven't yet understood it. That's all there is. There is no religious people and there is no skeptics. There is no atheists. There is no Christians. There are no Muslims. There are no Buddhists. There's just the laws and those who don't yet understand them. And whether or not I understand the laws is a matter, I guess you could say, of opinion or debate from most people's point of view. To me, they're not. And I'm not going to go into why that is. But I will say this. And I'm not going to call you out because you're not going to get a special shout out. Okay, this is not Chris Chan's channel. I'm going to start deleting some of you people. Some of you people that are just coming here to say that I got some type of mental illness or something based on your limited, fucked up understanding of things. Coming here just to feed on things, just to fucking make a mockery out of me for no reason, because you don't have a better life, to yourself. I don't really agree with what Nikocado Avocado did per se, because I think he messed his life up to try to make a point. But it really just goes to show you that nobody is who the hell you think they are. So when you come here and you post your nonsense underneath my videos, you are not making a fool out of anyone except yourself. Okay, and with that being said, that video that I made where I was praying and I was, I had my hands up. I was sending out the affirmation or the prayer or the speech or whatever the fucking hell you want to call it. And I was trying to send out a message that apparently is too profound for certain people to understand, because I legitimately want to help Chris Chan. That might sound impossible to some people, but I don't fucking believe it is. I think that we live in a sadist society. We live in a society where everyone is trying to fucking, everyone is trying to basically, like, despite how evil some people might be, people get a kick out of other people's suffering. People get a kick out of other people's, pain and misery and shit. And, when you come here and you post your nonsense and you, say people in the comments are retarded, you're ultimately just going to end up getting your own ass kicked, because you're not going to get a shout out. You're not going to get some significant. You're not going to be in the fucking Hall of Fame of the trolls of James Worley. You can fucking forget about that. Okay, you're not going to do it. There ain't no Hall of Fame of motherfuckers who trolled my ass. It ain't never going to be. What's going to happen is you're going to be seen as an asshole, because that's what you are. And, all these comments under here, none of you have any clue how mental health works. And you're just picking on me because rather than beating someone up because of the things they've done, actually want to, because, look, it's not that I'm against karma or anything. It's not that I think that certain people don't deserve the hell that they bring on themselves to a certain degree, but our job is not to make that hell even worse and drive it into the ground. If you hate somebody, you don't sit there and talk about what a fucking evil bastard they are 5 days out of the week. You don't. Maybe you should try to help that person be a better person. Maybe you should, maybe you should try to shine light in their world full of darkness instead of shitting on them. Because guess what? When monkeys get shit thrown at them, they throw it back. And they throw it back double. So, if you think somebody's less evolved than you and you're throwing shit at them, you're going to get it back, and you're going to get it back double. Because that's how karma works. And if you're one of those kind of people that think you're 100,000 billion times better than these people that you call lolcows, you don't have a life. You're a fucking loser, and you need to get one. The reason why I highlight this guy in my videos so much is because I genuinely think he needs help. Okay? And all this doubt and all this, this linear type thinking, this nihilist, computerized, logical thinking, quote unquote, which is really irrational, it's illogical. You think by taking compassion and emotion out of everything that you're just becoming more logical. You got another thing coming. Okay? A lot of you people, you're going to be deleted. Your comments are never going to be seen. So just give it up. Just give it up. You're not going to be standing in the Hall of Fame. You're going to be a fucking nobody. Trying to make some nobody upset. But you're not going to make it into some artificial sadist Hall of Fame. You will get your ass handed to you every time.